A lot of women don't understand male nature. They think presence is the only thing that makes a guy love you. They think if you pull away a little bit, the guy might lose interest. This is why guys lose interest, because you just don't understand male nature. So today we're gonna be talking about things every woman should know about a man to make sure that you don't fall for the traps, to make sure you never get played. There's a lot of things about men that you misunderstand on a daily basis simply because we are imagining how men are and not how they actually are. A lot of the times your understanding of men comes from a projection, not on reality, not on facts. So today we're going to be talking about what are the things that you have to understand about men in order to succeed, in order to attract the type of guy that you want, to get respect, and to be happy in your relationships. And above all, attract the types of guys that you guys want, okay? So let's begin with the video. And if you guys want to work with me one-on-one, go to mindfulattraction.org, and there you'll be able to work with me one-on-one. And we're also having a special 50% off all of our courses using the coupon code BLACK, okay? That's for the whole month of December. That even means you guys get a discount code on the bundles. So that means all of the courses, you could purchase it in one bundle and then get 50% off, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's right, people, okay? So do that, or else I'm closing the channel. So the first one is this. Men can only process you in your absence. What does that mean? When you're there, a guy doesn't know what's happening. People fall in love in a very subtle, unconscious way. Whenever you are aware of the process, it's not really happening. Falling in love happens by accident, genuine falling in love. So for him to think about, you need to be absent. You should not be there. So what that means is that spending time with them is important, right? Spending time, it's almost like when you are preparing the pizza, right? You're putting all the ingredients together, you put in the pepperoni, you put in the sauce, right? And then absence is the oven. Meaning you prepare the meal, you prep, spending time, going out, hanging out, doing all that kind of stuff. But then if you don't put it in the oven, it's gonna go rotten, right? If you spend too much time without absence, it's gonna go rotten. So you need to put it in the oven, absence, and then when that happens, you become crystallized in their minds. In other words, once everything's done, the food gets heated up and everything just comes together in your absence. It doesn't come together in your presence. So if you wanna know how much of an effect you've had on a guy, have some absence. And then come back and you'll notice that his energy is more intense, that he's more present, that he's more available. Some men can never love. Some men cannot love. This is what it means. Some men think they love, but they only love those who don't love them back. Some men only love those who don't love them back. So that means that if you actually show them love, they'll pull away. If you actually show them appreciation, they'll pull away. And it doesn't matter who it is. It could be you, it could be anyone. If they sense that you're giving them the love back, they find that awkward. And that's called self-sabotage, right? Where you can never really be happy. And the reason why that is because most likely their attachment style is such that they can never be happy. And you'll notice that they're that type of person because, they're always alone. They're always single. They're always players. They can never find a stable relationship. And that's because they're incapable of loving. So that means when you love this type of person, what'll happen is that as soon as you open up to them, they'll pull away. But once you pull away because they rejected you, then they'll come back to you. You shouldn't take that personal. That's their character flaw. And you're internalizing something you're internalizing their own trauma. Even little flowers right here. All right. Some men have limits with how much they can love you. Some guys can love you for 6 months. Some guys can love you 2 months. Some guys can love you up to 3 months, but some people have their limits. Some people can only love you at 30%. Some people can only love you at 80%. Some people are willing to die for you, and those are the ones that can love you at 100%. But everyone has their limits. And you usually find like that limit at around like the 3-month mark, meaning you could sense 80% of how much you're gonna love them for your whole life at around 3 to 4 months. And around 3 to 4 months, that's when you see people wanting a relationship, wanting commitment. If you get that a little bit too early, like within 1 month, what he's doing is just trauma, right? Because most people can never love you that quick. They don't even love babies quickly, okay? What makes you think that you're special for that? So that limit, you see those limits within the first 3 months. So what does that mean? It means this: after 2 or 3 months, no relationship, kick him out. It's not gonna happen, right? The relationship is not gonna happen. If after 2 or 3 months they don't want a relationship, if after a few years of being with them they don't want marriage, they're postponing it, that's what that means. People have limits. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, you have limits with how much you like things, right? You don't like burgers at 100%. You have your own limits of how much you like it. And this is something that they cannot control. They can't force themselves to love you more. And you'll notice because it just cannot be consistent. There are some things about them they cannot change when it comes to you. And unfortunately, some women think that they could change that. And unfortunately, they can't. You need to walk away from her. If you need to walk away from the guy and apply these strategies in order for him to show interest, or you need to always be pulling away, or sometimes you got to give him a lot of distance and apply these strategies so that he could show appreciation, what that means is that this guy is incapable of love. He cannot love you during good times. He cannot show love when things are good. He only can show love when you are pulling away, when there is conflict. He only shows his emotions when it's the last result. That's not good. What that means, that's a character flaw on his part. He is not capable of loving in a healthy way. He only wants things that he can't have, right? He pretty much just wants a freaking phantom, people, all right? He wants something that's beyond reach, but appears reachable. And those types of people only love those who don't love him back, right? You know, this is the way it works, man, with these people, because I fell in love with people like that before, where I loved her and she didn't love me back. And this is the conclusion that I went to, right? Now we go to the next one. It was a horrible. Yeah. All right, let's actually do it like that, right? So, for example, right? Imagine this person is in love with him, right? But this person can't love him because this person is in love with this person, right? But then this person is in love with this person. But this person doesn't love this person because this person likes this person. Some people are legit is like a fucking human centipede of not loving each other, where they only love those who don't love them back. And this person thinks that this person is so cool, when in reality, this person thinks this person is lame as fuck because they don't want them back. They want this person. Like, it's a cycle of people not loving each other. And what that is, it's more of a cultural flaw in all of us, where we have developed an attachment style that's very distant. That's why you see a lot of parents and kids are really distant, which a lot of times correlates with avoiding attachment styles, right? Now, the fifth one is one that I always say, people never do things just once, people, okay? And what that means is this: people will always repeat their behavior. If they hit you once, they'll hit you again. If they lie to you once, they'll lie to you again. If he was rude to a waitress, he'll be rude to another waitress. If he's mean to his mom, he'll be mean to you. People repeat behavior. And if you see a negative quality in the beginning that he only says he only does once, if he punched the wall, punched a hole through the wall, and he said that only happened once, people never do things just once. You can't fall for that trick, right? People will tell you they don't repeat behavior, but their actions say otherwise. And what people want you to do, they want you to pay more attention to words over actions. And what I'm telling you, fuck that shit, man. Look at the words. I mean, look at the action, right? The last one is that men fall in love with your feminine, but respect the masculine. And it's kind of similar to what we talked about earlier, how men process you in your absence. Your absence is distance, which we could say it's masculine, right? So the feminine is being willing to be there, nurture. But in your absence is when he misses the nurturing, right? So the nurturing is what fills him up with happy emotions, right? He's happy. But then the absence makes him feel an emptiness that makes him crave for you, right? In your absence. He can never crave you and sense your presence when you're there. The craving happens when you're not there. The craving is what makes a guy realize that he loves you, right? The craving is created through masculine energy, people. Just being absent, right? Do what you gotta do, but make sure you put that shit in the oven, right? Not the baby, but put that shit in the oven through your absence. So a lot of women just exclusively focus on being feminine, and then they realize why their man doesn't even respect the things you say. A lot of women are just trophy wives, where the guy married them just because they're cute, and the woman only, in his mind, only raises the status, right? And the reason why those women, it reminds me of the woman from The Sopranos, fuck any mafia boss woman. They're all not respected by their man, sees them as a prop. And the reason why is because they have no feminine energy. I mean, they have no masculine energy. They're not willing to walk away, right? They just want to be Miss Feminine, look cute, but then they complain why the guys don't respect them. Guys only respect the masculine. Guys only respect women who, not only, I'm not gonna say only, but they respect women who have more of a masculine edge, right? Like a guy, like it sounds crazy, man, but like that's you right here, right? But if you all of a sudden became this, like motherfucker, like a guy will respect this more, I swear to God. I mean, it's crazy. But think about Devil Wears Prada, right? It's because that's guys respect whatever looks like them. Look too feminine, look too hot, too much sexiness. A guy's like reptilian brain cannot see like you. They just want to go there, right? And so that's why you got to show a man the masculine. And if a guy doesn't like the masculine, well, you know what that means? What that means is that this guy is legit toxic, people. Okay, meaning he doesn't like you being absent. He doesn't like you having your own life. He doesn't like you doing your own thing. He doesn't like you pulling away. He doesn't like you going to work. He doesn't like you doing things on your own. That's a masculine thing that if he is a toxic man, he's gonna find that to be something that makes him feel insecure, all right? And these are the things that women need to know about men. A lot of women just don't understand how guys are. And so they have a huge misunderstanding about male nature, all right? And if you guys wanna check out my courses to understand male nature more, you guys should check out my course, Natural Chemistry. It's a course that I created for women to develop natural chemistry with a guy, to embrace their masculine energy so that guys can respect them. You guys can also check out Psychological Game Over. It's a course that I made for women. Emotional Mastery is a course that I made to develop your emotional strength. And above all, check out all of my courses by purchasing the Mindful Attraction Bundle. And there you can get all of them at a discounted rate. And on top of that, using the coupon code BLACK will give you 50% off all of my courses by the end of the year. Okay, do that now. You have the courses for a lifetime. And if you don't do that, I swear to God, like this guy's thinking, I'm gonna close the channel. Okay, see you guys later. Let's do one more intro quickly.